Right, so the goal is to get the rest of the badges and basically then start the expansion.
Very well.
He's some kind of a fighter. Not sure what's the best way to take him out. I'll just ignore him for now. He's not leaving the room. Okay. Incoming thieves.
Veritas. Vado.
Looky here, a level up.
I see.
Another fighter. This one should have the trap the woman. Suppose I'll retrieve her. It'll just a huge amount of free experience. So we can do two things. Either kill the guy and probably lose the experience from this, or let him go and get the experience from this. I'm not sure it matters really. We have a plan on this level. Time stop maybe. Although spell strike is no, we already have this covered with the secret word. Howard kill. Instant death. Take the time stop.
Understood.
There should be a huge amount of thieves here. It's hard to move around anymore. Okay, I think we need to just basically kill them now, otherwise we're in deep shit. Still can't move around. Coming at me too fast for really to use any kind of serious spell on them. I suppose I could try the prismatic spray. Not a good situation. Ooh, void wilting. Got to judge the distance carefully though. Got to misjudge the distance. I basically, fucking, I'll use lightning bolt. Not like there are neutrals here to be effective. Problem is they're thieves. They're not gonna be all that much affected by such things. This will on the other hand always hit. The three are probably the last ones. Right. And we didn't really need true sight, did we? More thieves. Hmm. Right. I think there's an invisible guy there. We got his badge, got some of his equipment. Didn't get everything. Has some kind of a ring he doesn't want to give up. I don't really care what type of ring it is. He's a rogue. So it's not gonna be for me anyway. I'm gonna need help to kill the other guy here. Set. Ooh. Fighter allies joining the fight. Didn't even really consider that. Finger of Death.
Incantus Fulca.
Let's try fire damage. The red armor guy might be highly resistant to it, but the other guy probably not.
Incantus Fulca. Imperium.
I think I'll take immunity to magical weapons. Now we wait. I guess I could stab the guy. Not like I have anything to lose. Mirrored eyes. I don't think those are useful. Bottle container full. Golem building book. Not gonna be all that helpful now. Somewhat useful potions, nothing really interesting.
It will be done.
$80,000. We're about 10, no, 90,000 away from the next level up. Although level ups don't really mean anything at this point. I think by doing side quests and quests we probably are gonna reach level 30. And the occasional kill from enemies. Oh, I haven't looted these two rooms. Although there is a serious problem with the demons, they don't move with you, you have no control over them. So they're only useful in limited situations where you have to win the fight in that particular location and then you just move on. What are we missing? This is the third one we've got from this place. Fourth one will be in the temple, fifth one was the ice giants, and the sixth one was the general endurance deep lower maze area. But yeah,
Very well.
one more to go. How are we gonna destroy it? It's gonna have a lot of spells coming our way. And I think I want protection from it. We protect it long enough to destroy the idol. Just want the damage explosion. Fire will be okay. More fire. Ah, the stuff coming my way. Hopelessness, 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 hopelessness. I have a lot of contingencies they'll trigger soon, so I don't have to worry about my defenses too much. The bigger problem is that they will probably interrupt my casting. Right. I think we're gonna go. I need to start fire. Needs to be dead, right? There's a lot of firepower coming my way. Lot of firepower.
I see.
I think I might have to use spell triggers and things like that. I can just kill the idol if I burst everything at it. I'm not sure if that's the way I want to do it. Suppose I should.
Very well.
Not much. There's not that many spells I can cast before I'm basically murdered. I think these are 3 skull traps. No, Mordecai's missiles. That'll do it though. Not exactly how I planned it, but hardly matters. More or less a burst of a huge amount of burst of damage is what I'm looking for in such a situation, though. So in that sense, it didn't matter. $150,000. That's pretty much it. We continue forward, we'll enter the final battle sequence of the game, or at least we can't go back to the previous areas anymore. It's only pathless forward at that point. So we're gonna head toward the expansion. The access point is in Koldahar. I'll talk to the deep gnomes, see how they react to these things here. I could put in the badges, that might give me experience. Yeah, level up and nothing changed. So we're at a stage where we might get something minor, but they're fairly empty at this point. A couple spells might benefit a little bit from them, but most won't. Right. We walked up that staircase, it's the end.
I shall not fail. I shall be swift about it.
Be swift about it, Holy One. I doubt there's all that much gonna be happening here. Still, there might be some acknowledgement of the
I
situation.
shall be swift about it. It will be done. I am needed. I see.
Doesn't seem like there's anything we can do here. Don't really want to go to the Deep Gnome Village or Outpost. I don't see any point in that.
Anytime.
So we'll head toward Koldahar Rest to identify items and head for the expansion.
It will be done. I shall be swift about it.
Still 2 million experience points that we could get.
I shall be swift about it.
Although I'm not sure, it's probably 7 point something that we capped at 30. I'm not sure if it's actual 8 million, probably not. What is this? Brother Perdium Studio. Black Dragon Scale. It's okay. For other identified items, we really shouldn't. Right.
I shall be swift about it.
I doubt Auric the Grey has anything new either. We might as well take a look. No harm in it.
Anytime.
Increase strength. We could sell some potions, I suppose. I don't care. We have enough room in the other
Understood.
container. And there haven't been that much about useful potions where I would need that I need to throw away or sell the less useful ones.
Anytime.
They're more or less just
It
gathering
will
up
be done.
in case of some kind of emergency that never probably is gonna come our way. But you never know. It's a fairly minor thing to let it be.
Very well. I see.
Right, I think the guy is, yeah, Yolger's house. Totally stressed here though. I don't know what kind of situation we're gonna end up in going in. We have the spells to survive it initially, I'd say. I think Mind Blank was a good choice. Initially I was sort of skeptical about it, at least a little bit. It provides 3 distinct buffs on you. Usually you can get one of those if you try
I
to take some
see.
kind of a mind-affecting blocking thing. So this seems like the version that doesn't really
Very
leave
well.
anything open in your defenses. I don't recall being affected by any kind of a mind affecting thing when I had this defense on either. With the others you usually experience some kind of like a stun or a berserking effect usually.
I see.
You have returned. The vision is what this I cannot say. A king, both new and Wolfdane. Now his body, Wolfdane's flesh. It is said that the spirit of Jared, the same. Now, after you must come to. I am honored by your choice. Know this. Should you wish to return to this place, it is within my power to bring you back. But walking upon the wind taxes one's spirit greatly. It may be days before I can make the journey again. Now, are you prepared to depart? We have arrived. Out now I must leave. Though we journey from here, travel swiftly and safely. We shall meet again when you stand before the council in the great mead
I think
hall.
this was Lonely Wood or so, or something like that.
Ready?
I don't think there's any real fighting here initially. We might be able to collect a few quests and that's about it. If we don't actually read the dialogue, they should go fairly quickly. Or rather, I don't read it out loud. $15,000 for talking to a child. So what, we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 4 levels to go. We're going to end up where exactly? Fairly close to 8 million. There should be a major shop here. Maybe we can buy something useful there.
Understood.
Not, nothing all that interesting.
I see.
I would call that a lot of these sort of quest things are not really worth much. I
I shall
mean,
not
there's a
fail.
lot of talking, but you don't get all that much out of them. Remove curse. Luck. Nothing too interesting. A sling and some jewelry. I'm not interested.
Very well.
I mean, I used a sling, but I would lose half of my first and second level spells if I switch weapons, so I don't want to do that. Unless it's absolutely necessary, and I don't think at this point it is. It's more of a, just in case I'm wrong, I'll still have the sling ready. That would have to be extremely desperate situation, like no scrolls left type of desperate. We should talk to the trappers too, just in case it's required for the side quest to develop anywhere.
Anytime. Anytime. I shall be swift about it.
So, is there anything worthwhile to be found here?
Very well.
I think we need to have these little chats so we can go to the barbarian camp. But we can't really talk about much.
I shall not fail.
Dialogue more or less just explains the situation going
It
around
will
here,
be
not
done.
really help you gain anything substantial.
I shall not fail.
I don't think he has anything worthwhile to loot. He's a poor son of a bitch. Oh, he has boots. They're not gonna be better than boots of haste though. Doesn't really matter what the boots are. Looks
I
like
shall
the
be swift about it.
inn and basically the shopkeeper there, the magic shopkeeper, is the only thing worthwhile we can really should go out and talk to. I don't know if it's going to, or he's going to have anything interesting for us to buy. There would be some kind of contingency spells again, that we probably don't end up using.
Anytime. Very well. I shall be swift about it.
Worth admit the barbarians. We don't want to talk to Hobart. He'll take us to the, what was it, Desert Fortress. Although we might as well go, I suppose. Hmm. Reputation decrease. I suppose I slept with Ambrier done. We betted Amber in exchange for a promise to take her assault when the snow lifted and the barbarian threat ascended. Okay.
I shall be swift about it.
I don't mind that, but I wish you basically, if you're going to include such options, don't fucking chicken out on it. Actually put something there. It doesn't have to be an explicit sex scene, or even a hastily made sex scene, but some kind of fucking thing where you could actually go in the room and have a dialogue. Or maybe, I mean, something to flesh it out instead of just having a sudden reputation change and that's it. Nothing happened. It's 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 so unsatisfying in every fucking way. At that point, the option might as well not be there at all. Traveler's Robes. No.
Very well.
We need to hear his tale. It's a free quest, something that we can complete by simply choosing the dialogue option. Hmm. Zane Lapar's Flying Skulls. 8. What level are these? 48 fire damage. They're not terrible. Ruler can throw up to 5 darts that you can throw quickly no matter who you are. Unless it increases amounts of spells I can cast, I'm not particularly interested. 100% cold resistance for how long? There's no indication of the duration, so cold resistance for a round or two is not going to be useful for me. I'm immune to it through spells though, but that's basically pointing out the obvious lack of information. Every other potion has that information in it. Intelligence +1, I don't think it actually does anything for us. We're not going to get bonus spell slots like a wizard would. What are we looking for in extra spells? Maybe some spell deflection, spell thrust, secret words, that sort of thing is actually quite nice usually. Shields, fire shields, red and blue. Those are not bad, they provide resistances, but I don't think they last long when cast from a scroll. Could take a minor sequencer scroll, we already have one, but another one would mean we could store it in case we absolutely had to have a little bit of extra firepower somewhere. Same with the lower resistances, actually. Protection from normal weapons might be a decent thing too. Breach, definitely breach. Side, Pierce Magic. Yep. We're gonna buy a lot of scrolls apparently from this place. Again, I don't think we're going to really see much use from those. Please cleanse it. But, you know, it's not like I have any use for the money anyway, so might as well take the protections. Right. So in case we run out of spells when fighting against bosses, we have a lot of backup we can rely on. That's more or less all I ever wanted. I think we'll leave his room alone. Might have an item or two I'm interested in, but I doubt it. Still, is there harm in looking? I think so. That's a neutral Archmage's robe. Seven Eyes is a decent protection spell. I'll skip it though. Right. So, are we going to go to the fortress or are we gonna go with the barbarians? I think we should go for the fortress because they're both fairly separate. So, it's easier to complete them. It's easier or more sensible to complete the fortress before even starting with the barbarian mess. So, let's go. We have our protections on. I think we're protected from their mind attacks.
Very well.
They're going to try to do a lot of nasty things to me, but I don't think it will work. They have gaze attacks, basically. So, potions would also work against that. Yeah, okay, I seem to be a popular guy here. Stun. So I cannot resist the wailing even with the mind protections. Alright, we need to come up with something new. I could do contingencies. Basically, the moment I become helpless, there's a lot of shit going to be triggered. But it would have to be something that kills the things that are attacking me.
Anytime.
That's a genuine problem, and I don't think I have a spell counter to that. There seems to be some kind of non-magical effect.
Understood.
Are they gonna
I
follow me
shall
here?
not fail.
No. What do you have for sale? A lot of crap, that's what. I could probably buy an endless amount of extra healing potions. Right, but this does not change the fundamental fact that we're sort of fucked against the harpies at least.
Anytime.
There's a lot of fucking harpies here.
Yo, Ocho,
Am I gonna get saving throw skills? They stunned the fucking demon. Amazing. Simply amazing. Play there and Nabasu is near there. Yeah, they're just absolutely annihilating the harpies. I mean, the harpies are annihilating the demon. I only need a minuscule amount of damage. Some kind of a quick spell. Make anything really. Does this cure diseases? Yes. Right, so I should be protected from their melee attacks. Badly injured, badly injured. Death. Troublesome little bastards. Very troublesome. I probably lost my stone skin. And they're totally unable to do anything. Jesus fucking Christ. These might be the toughest or most troublesome opponents we'll face. Yeah, I lost unity. Still, it provides me with enough life that I can handle these. But this is just a one group. And they're still not dead. You troublesome sons of bitches. Fiendish Harpy has to die. Wyvern isn't that big of a deal. I mean, it's troublesome, but it's not gonna force me to be totally helpless here. Ah. We need quite a few summoned creatures, I think. They can't hit it at all. Why the fuck is it so hard to hit? I mean, I'm hitting it more than the spiders are. For the love of God. I think I'll start a fire here. Did we survive? Well, I think we survived the initial onslaught. So that's something.
Ready?
The wyverns there.
I see.
Beetles. We're gonna need more fire. Right.
I see.
And more harpies suddenly. Jesus fuck. Hello, you. Ah, crap. Destroy a more powerful summon creature. Fuck that. I stopped time. Harpy whales incoming. I think they trigger automatically if you get close enough. Between sun. I don't think they can harm it though. Rhinoceros beetle? Jesus. It's one horrific thing after another. Pretty sure these were already cleared out earlier, these areas. That's my biggest complaint about this. So, do I have to waste my time clearing this out continually? The demon will end up killing the harpy, so that's the thing. They can keep it, I suppose, locked down for a while, but it lasts for a long time. So it's not actually that simple. So it's magic resistant, lovely. And the pit feed is back in action, so he'll slaughter them quickly now. Yeah, piercing damage. Piercing damage. I don't think I can kill the pit fiend, but I might be able to kill the harpies with these spells. The pit fiend will not attack me anyway. We just need to retain our some kind of a distance against the harpies. Ah, right. At least we have a way to handle things. That's the important part. Doesn't have to be a good way, but as long as it works, that's the important part. Could I, I think I'll cast Horrid Wilting on them. Best part about the harpies is that they're sort of shit as far as experience points gained. So they're the most dangerous opponent and you don't get almost anything worthwhile even if you kill them. On the positive side, they don't really threaten your own buffs in any way. So if you can just evade the stunning effect, you're home free. We're removing my magic. I lost my gold. I did attack him, so maybe he's treating me as hostile. Let's see what he does. I need to, I think, recast a lot of the contingencies and triggers. We have to keep this place and its special requirements in mind. So, I can't get rid of the contingencies apparently. The triggers might be the same situation. So I need to trigger them. They require a target.
Understood. Imperatus Vulca Imperio.
Right. Fiendish Harpy. Well, that's not a good thing. And now there's an army of them. Probably. That's fucking lovely.
Imperatus Vulca.
At least I can readjust the triggers now. Hmm.
I shall not fail.
Need to re-establish the fences. And then a lot of shit on top of you.
Viva Vor. Viva Vor. I see.
Let's try this again. So better triggers. We need killing power basically,
Understood.
not some kind of lowering of resistances. Not sure if we have a chain contingency. Yeah, we have. So they'll trigger at 50%, probably restore our standard protections. So it's not like they're terrible at the moment. We need killing power, not, and I think area of effect. The harpies are a big problem at the moment. We could trigger multiple point blank explosions, but I think those would be what we want in contingencies in an area like this. Here we would want area of effect attacks. The problem being I can put those on a normal trigger. Here we could put higher level spells. 3 chain lightnings. It might be worthwhile, because a big problem why the chain lightning thing is sort of a little bit troublesome is because it has a decent casting time, but triggers don't have casting time. So it'll be a couple of enemies coming at you at a long distance. You trigger 3 chain lightnings at them, the effect will not have the distance to bounce to you. So it might work okay. I don't know about that though. Let's see. Put the skull traps in this one then.
Let's go to work.
Right. Luckily there aren't harpies in that many places here. I think there's like one tower that has harpies and then the outside area. That's at least mostly it. Right.
I shall not
Invisibility might be good. We wouldn't have to deal with these constant respawning trash heaps.
I shall not fail.
Queen Harpy. We might as well tackle this first, because this will be the most annoying fight we'll ever fight. We're sort of fucked already. We might as well attempt something decent, because no minor spell is gonna see us through this. And no trigger is gonna see us through this either. They're wailing already. This might be a good distraction. There's no way we can kill all of them immediately. And I'm probably going to get stunned. Right. I'm just gonna explode here a little bit. Can I get my magic immunity back? Near death, badly injured, badly injured. So more or less things have worked out just fine for us. I'll just explode once more. She'll likely kill the puppy queen.
It will be done.
They just can't fucking harm it. So she might be able to keep it contained, but she will never win against it. I'll see if I can get the kill out of the queen. We want as much single target damage on it as possible. And we don't have a lot of options for that at the moment. I'm ignoring instant death spells. Although I'm not sure why I should. Probably cast one damage spell on it. Dull Sims or it wilting is actually quite powerful. So. Wonder if you can get experience from killing the Pit Fiend. Right, seek resistance. This is purely an interest situation. I have no interest in really starting to kill them, but I'd like to know the answer to it anyway. I mean, it is technically hostile to me. No, it just dies. Understandable. Why can't I use these potions of extra healing? I can't, so... Intelligence, armor class, and charisma negative. We could use this. Charisma positive and armor class. I don't give a shit about charisma. Intelligence. Requires strength of 17. That's a top requirement. But the fact that it protects against critical hits is also important. It's much better than that piece of shit. Intelligence 20, charisma 7. I'm not sure if it actually affects anything, but the protection from critical hits is what we really are interested in. Also, yeah, otherwise it's pretty much the same. Hopefully that's the end of all the mini harpies we're gonna see. Should be a couple of occasional harpies coming after us, but nothing else. Harpies. There's not much I can do. I think I'll just be dowsing them away.
Vita Mortis Careo.
Missed him for some reason. What to do with you then? Force missiles, I guess.
Implantus Vulcan.
Saved against it quite a few times apparently. If he doesn't save, he's dead.
Implantus Vulcan.
But he keeps on saving. That matters.
Implantus Vulcan.
Keeps on saving. How come he's so tough to kill? Right. There should be some adventures in the lower tower.
Potentis.
There should be 4 enemies coming at me. Some of them decent fighters too. I wouldn't say we're in a bad position necessarily. I could use the triggers, for example. I don't think I want to. Although, what the fuck am I saving the triggers for if I'm never gonna use them? We had chain lightning versus skull traps. I need to target someone. Please follow me.
It will be done.
There we go. That's the spirit. Nothing hit? Fuck you.
Understood. I shall not fail.
Not a lot of damage. Oh, I'll take it back. But quite nice damage attack.
I am needed.
I need the cleric to die more than anything. Use the fucking trigger. There we go.
Very well. I shall be swift about
Both
it.
spellcasters are gone.
Culture Imperium.
Whirlwind of Gus. Is that so? Can't move. Ah, thank God the contingency is triggered. Now I can put them to some better use. I'm not actually sure what the contingencies contain this time. Shrug? I don't have stone skin, that's for certain. Let's try instant death. Probably isn't gonna work. And he's dead. Right. Best thing about this is we got rid of the contingencies.
It will be done.
Bag of holding. Ah, they have a little bit of random loot setting. Some items I recognize that they're supposed to have, but not all. +3 armor class can be worn in combination with any other protective enchantment. Versus the +2 one. So armor class is surprisingly high for wizard. Electricity resistance. Armor class versus slashing attacks. Well, better than nothing. I think I have +2 protection ring. Just for this type of situation. What does this even do? Not giving up that. Well, the fire resistance is nice, but I think this is better. Increased armor class is a saving grace. It'll make the defenses we usually use last a lot longer. So, and this should give saving throw buffs too. So, I'm actually surprised that we basically have no real protection spells going, and our armor class is -9 on a fucking caster mage. It should be closer to 0 at most. Well, not that it really matters. Gene Flask. Animate death 3 times per day. So quarter stat that allows you to summon skeletons. Wand of Fire and some basic equipment, I think. Bag of Holding. Wand of Fear. Couple of OK spells. Couple of potions. I think I'll just loot this a little bit. There aren't that many interesting things here. I don't care. And secondary backup holding is totally unnecessary. Did I pull this already? Alright, I think I'll end things here. It's so time consuming to deal with the harpies constantly. I suppose I could move around invisible on this the main yard of the fortress, because this is where most of them are.
Understood.
I think they respawn every time I rest, but since I'm playing a mage, I can hardly avoid that.
I see.
The time of resting might also influence it, so I'm gonna try to keep that as short as possible. Okay. Let's see what kind of hole do we have. Refuses to identify the farm one for some reason. 2 greater resistance rings. We already have a ring of protection +2. We have no use for a second one. Immunity to cloud, kill death fog, stinking cloud, cloud of pestilence, and malevolence, corrosive fog. +5 versus elementals, +4 otherwise. What is a ring of resistance? Armor class bonuses, crushing resistance, save versus spells +3. I think I'd rather take the +2 rings, or should I? Yeah, because not everything that comes our way is a spell. So the saving throws against everything would be preferable than saving throws versus spells only. I think I'll still keep a ring of resistance. Oh, can I keep multiple rings of resistance? Probably not, because they have armor class bonuses. That's usually used as a mechanic to prevent you from stacking things. I can't change the ring. Okay. We do need to cast the contingencies again. I think I'll start using invisibility potions or something to move around here, so I don't have to waste everything on the harpies every time I move around a little bit. Everything else besides the harpies should be easy. So myself, when I'm helpless, that's my biggest worry at the moment. Getting stunned and not being able to do anything. I might be invisibility would be great in such a situation. Or, well, first thing we want to do is make sure we're actually more or less protected. Yes, there's not a lot I can do. So immunity from magical weapons should guarantee at least some protection. It'll buy me time, but it won't solve the situation, that's the thing. No, I want Sunfire. Because it's the harpies that are gonna do it. So if they're going to paralyze me, I want to take out as many as possible. This is not gonna be... How do we get rid of these? I mean, once there's no longer any harpies left, I need to take a look at how to trigger contingencies. I mean, without actually triggering them. Actually, no, I'll just cancel the spell now and end it here. I need to find that out. If I put something really exotic on the conditions and I'm stuck with that setup, it's no good. So I'll leave the contingencies as they are for now.